Hello, this is Mix, and I'm going to demonstrate DNS CLI, which is part of the Milestone 4 of the Handshake blockchain marketplace proposal. So this is the repository for DNS CLI, and you can find all the information for that. And we have integrated demo and the demo process inside this CLI, which you can find all the documentation as well here, which we will talk about it in details more. So once you clone the repository, you need to run the a script for setting up the whole process. We already provide the PowerShell script for the Windows and of course Bash script for the Linux. So this script is going to set up the whole process and install the necessary before the running the demo and pulling all the necessary repositories. So after running that, you can run this command, although you can run all the command, but for the sake of this demonstration, we're going to run the demo command. So once you run, there are a couple of commands, there are a couple of requests and options that you need to choose from. The first would be running the demo in the fresh mode or existing. Existing means that if there are already some TLDs or SLTs or half process that you need to complete with this demo, you can choose that. But since we want to go with fresh, we'll choose one and then choosing the provider. The current CLI Pro supports Block for Us and UTXO-RPC. And in order to use either of them, you need to have your API keys from either of these providers. For UTXO-RPC, you can use Demeters and Block for Us. Well, it is known. So first, we go for Block for Us for now, but we can choose something else later as well. So choosing the TLDs, I've already run that once. I choose ADOS, and now I go with Cardano. And SLT would be API and choose already API. So for the log level, if you want to go with the more details and learning about what's going on the behind the scene of all the process, you can go with extensive, but let's go with the default one. And the tools, these tools are necessary for the running the demos. They are not necessarily for running the whole DNS CLI. So this is different than the setup script. But if you need them, if you're running for the first time, you need to install them and not skipping. But since we have done it already, we don't need to do that. And this is the address for faceting the address. So the address you need to have in order to run the whole process. This demo can generate all of those addresses and then copy that address into your clipboard so that you can fund the facet address or bootstrap address, we call it as well. So here is the details and API keys that you obtain from either a BlockPros or UTXO or Demeter for UTXO-RPC. You need to enter it here since we already have that. You don't need to do that. And now this is the part that's talk about the addresses. So if you want to go with the fresh and new wallets, this demo can generate all of them and provide addresses so that you can find them. I mean, right now this is on all of them on per prod, but sure, it is possible to do it in a minute, which we are not highly recommend to not do that, do on preview or per prod. But so these are the address that we need. We need bootstrap or facet address, registrar, TLD owners or SLD owners. So since we have them already, we'll say yes. And now this is the process, and you can see that the demo is going to show the whole thing, what step by steps. So the demo provides the steps on these outputs, but it runs all of them automatically, generating the transactions, submitting all of that, and using all of them, all of the functionality of the DNS CLI, and of course some commands as well. So this demo is going to first fund the wallets. And whether let's run the process, and meanwhile I will explain. So the first action would be funding the wallets, which you saw already, and those wallets would be the SLTs and TLDs owner and registrar. Which registrar would be the owner of the whole system, would be the with us, and TLD owners would be the person who obtained that TLD from either of, I don't know, some ICANN or some other places like Handshake as well. So in the demo documentation, you can see that what is happening and the steps. After the funding, we will deploy the contracts and putting them on chain so that we can use the reference UTXO for the later usage. Then the system bind, which would be the creating the a contract we call a contract controller or registrar, and then then the process for registering the TLD happens, and then activation of that TLD, and of course minting SLD, and then updating the SLD, which is part of that milestone, which you guys can see it as well. So here we can see that the steps are happening here. This is the first step, are passed, and this is the second step. We already passed that. Third step, fourth step, and fourth step is happening right now. We already submitted, and you can find all the information for this. Is for example the transaction submitted and confirmed here. At the end of the demo, the whole process is going to be shown as a report with all the links, everything, so that it would be easy to track what's going on, what's happening. So this is the waiting for TS confirmation for the step of I guess this was for this was for activating the TLD. So after the activating the TLD, now the TLD owners, let's say the Cardano, like .cardano or owners, can provide the means for user to use this marketplace, which was all about that in this proposal, for other people to buy SLDs. So we just need to wait for the transaction building and submission, all of that, and I just going back to the demos, I can find all the details regarding to what's going on with that demo and the commands are running, where are those files existing, how you can track it, or you can modify it, the configuration, the path, all of them are here, how to use them, what you need in order to run it, how to run it, the prerequisites, and of course the history. You can find what you've already minted and done, and besides all of this documentation, which you can see it here, for example, talking about the contracts, because for HTLDs and SLT we will have special contracts, and then bootstrapping the configuration based on your provider, another configuration, and of course the records, which would be the DNS records, whether I mean there are some samples, but AA or any other records, and of course all the links, what you need to change, or and of course the securities and the troubleshooting. But inside the document regarding to the DNS CLI, there are all sorts of helps and documented flags or commands. This CLI can run the whole system, registering all of them and canceling everything, and the example you can find it here, and also this CLI can generate wallets and create and fund those wallets as well. And of course, the proof of running the whole thing, creating compiling the contract. So this CLI already use Aiken tools to do that. So going back to our DNS CLI demo, I guess this is the uh, sixth step. So let's wait for the confirmation. And of course, if you have any question or follow-up question, you can feel free to ask on the discussion regarding to all of that. Uh, but yeah, so here we are at the last stage of the DNS CLI, which is the updating. So we already did the step 5 and step 6, which was the minting the SLDs. Let's say someone bought the API under the Cardano name. This is just all of that is available. Also, if someone wants to run that command via CLI, the command also exists here. First, how to do it, and then how to apply that uh, transaction. So now we are waiting for the last stage, which is the updating and adding the records of that SLDs. So inside the DNS CLI, inside the demos here, you can find the existing information. Run, for example, here for Cardano and all the artifacts, configuration, contracts, proof, and states. Let me show you the records, the example of record. And as you can see, this example is just like left-hand side and right-hand side, TTL, the type, value, AA, and the hex. All right, these are the standard DNS records, which is part of the datum for that SLDs and lives on the Cardano blockchain. So I guess, yeah, this is it. So the demo is completed. And these are the information which we are going to post as a proof of achievement as well. But once you run it, you can find all the information as well. And this is the address for all the existing information which would be part of the proof of achievement as well. And the next and the command would be again to updating or configuring those records. And yeah, that's it. Thank you for supporting this project, and hopefully we can make Cardano better by adding such great and amazing utilities. Thank you.